Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to my Facebook Live. I'll just give it a moment to go live. Good morning. Well, it's morning time here. Beautiful Friday morning in Delray Beach, and the sun is shining. And what are we talking about today? We're going to talk about busting the top 3 lies of money. I'm going to give it a moment. This is being translated into Arabic and Portuguese and Spanish. So I'm going to give it a moment for my translators to get on. And then we will start. So grab a cup of coffee, grab a cup of tea, grab a cocktail, whatever it is, your drink of choice this morning, or no drink. And let's jump into this topic of the lies of money. We'll start at the top of the hour. We've got a couple of minutes. You're going to give it a couple of minutes for my translators to get ready to find the live, and then we'll start. So grab a cup of tea or coffee or make yourself comfortable. Okay. Imni, if you're here, just send me a message so I can see that you're ready. Or just text it in the thread. And then we'll get started. Busting the top 3 lies of money. Ooh. By the way, there's more than 3 lies when it comes to money, but I'm just going to go with my top 3 today. There's like a billion lies when it comes to money. I think everything we've learned around money actually is a lie or a distractor. Whew. So if you're watching the replay, you might want to just fast forward like a couple of minutes so you can get right to where I get started. Do you hear the lawnmower in the background? They're like cutting grass outside. If you hear it, I'll put on my headphones. Okay, let's get started. So, busting the lies of money. My name is Amy Shine. I'm an access consciousness facilitator as well as a movement facilitator. And I facilitate a wide range of different classes, including talk to the entities, body classes, foundation classes. And in all this work we do with creating more awareness and more consciousness, I I've noticed money is one of these areas where we have bought so many lies, and we have so much misinformation and mistruths about what money is and what it takes to have money. And there's just so much, there's been so much unconsciousness around money. And I know personally, I didn't grow up being educated around money. And actually, I grew up in Ireland and nobody talks about money. It's like bad to have it, but then if you have it, you kind of like hide it. So there's a lot of like conflictual realities around money. So how many of you grew up in a home, in a house, in a culture, in a country, in a world where there was a lot of conflictual universes around money? Someone said one thing and then someone else did another. Like, or maybe your mother had one reality with money and your father had another, and it was conflictual. So you have all these conflictual realities around money, and then you wonder why you don't have ease with money. So we're going to get into it. We're going to go and just look at the top 3 lies of money, and I'm going to break them down to you. And this is just a really introduction, so we can start to, like, if you want to change your reality with money, you first have to acknowledge and become aware of where you have bought the lies around money, where you have created from lies. And you can't actually change a lie. You just acknowledge it's a lie and then you create beyond it. Okay. So number 1, the biggest lie that I bought around money, and I see this time and time again with nearly everyone who comes to my classes, is that money is something outside of you. It's something outside of you that you have to get, right? This is like the biggest lie ever when it comes to money and when it comes to everything, that it's something outside of you. So if you have money, like money is outside of me, I need to try and get it. Ultimately, you have bought into the lie that money is separate from you. And ultimately, you've bought into the lies of separation. So if you are part of the universe, you are the universe. Money is part of the universe. How are you separate from money? But we have fundamentally bought into the lie of separation. We bought in that separation is real in this reality. And in doing so, we've separated ourselves from money. In separating ourselves from money, we put money outside of us as something we always need to get. So that way we always have to try and get it. We always have to do something to get it, which creates a lack in our world, a lack that there's never enough. This is like the biggest lie we bought with money, that there's never enough. We always have to do something to get it, and it's always outside of us. So look at it for a second. If you have bought the lie that money is outside of you, then you always have to do something to get it. So you go and do something, you get the money. Then how much do you have the point of view that, oh God, it's going to run out, I need to do something else? So you never get to be money. You never get to receive money. You're constantly trying to do something and get it from outside of you, which creates what? Anxiety, fear, worry, stress. And there's billionaires and millionaires in the world who still have that point of view that money is outside of them. And so you might know people with money and they still worry about it. Like, I've talked to people who have a lot of money and they still, a lot of them, some, not all of them, some of them still have this point of view that they're afraid it'll run out. And that is ultimately coming from the point of view that lack is real, that there's never enough, which really, what does that translate to? What are you really saying about you is that I'm not enough. So to start unraveling this, you really have to start looking and acknowledging that money is an energy. Money is not something that's outside of you. It's an energy. You be money. Everything is energy. This computer is energy. This table is energy. This couch is energy. You are energy. Everything around you is energy. The only reason it's a couch, we say it's a couch, is because we've called it a couch. Actually, other people might not call it a couch. If you live somewhere else, you might call it a sofa. This computer I'm working on, it's a computer because somebody has called it a computer. So but it ultimately is energy. So we have decided, like, money is coins, money is bills, money is the balance in my bank account. But really, is it that, or is money energy? And if you are energy, you are not separate from money. You are money. You be money. Now, this may take some time to unravel because you've bought all the points of views that money is bills, money is coins, money is this, money is that, money is outside of me. And this is where, if you want to change your financial reality, it may not happen overnight. How many trillions of years have you been acquiring points of views around money, buying points of views around money, making these points of views yours? It may take some time to unravel them. And would you make the commitment that no matter what it takes, no matter what it looks like, no matter what you have to give up, no matter what you have to do, what you have to be, you will change your financial reality with money? And this is the commitment I made about 7 years ago when I started Access. I made the commitment that no matter what it took, I was going to have the financial reality I know is possible with money. And then I started applying all the tools of Access, and Access Consciousness has so many tools to start changing your reality with money. And there is no one tool that changes it all. All of them together create a totally different reality for you with money. And this one, where getting that money is energy, and that money is not something outside of you, and that you be money. And when you be money, you can receive money. And that actually takes away, when you really get that money is not outside of you. And I mean, really get it in your body, really embody that. When you embody that you be money, you no longer have that fear of running out, fear that there's never enough, anxiety, stress. That leaves you. And then you can start to create your financial reality. That may come from committing to, like for me, it came with committing to the How to Become Money workbook. And then also all the other Access tools and applying them with money. So that was number one. Any questions about that one? So start to acknowledge all the places you've put money outside of you. Like, it's something outside of me I need to get. And then start to come back to, well, first off, you could just go destroy and uncreate everywhere you've put money outside of you. And then actually start to go, okay, I am money. I am money. I am energy. I am money. And if you want, get the How to Become Money workbook and start studying that workbook. How to Become Money workbook will address a lot of these places where you have been putting money outside of you. But today, start with saying, I am money. I am money. I am power. I am awareness. I am control. I am creativity. And I'll get more into these elements in the upcoming, I'm doing an upcoming class, so 12 days of embodying money. And I'll get more into these elements in these classes. Today, I'm giving you the kind of just like overview of like where we are actually creating from the lies of money. I can't get into undoing these things totally in this like 30-minute Facebook Live today, but at least start to acknowledge. When you start to acknowledge, wow, I've put money outside of me. I've made it this thing I need to get. And start to look at, okay, well, what if I actually start to acknowledge that money is energy? I am energy. I am money. I be money. And start to see if that starts to shift things in your world. Whew, okay. Now, number 2, the second biggest lie with money. Okay, this one was a big one for me. Really big one. And these all tie in together. You ready for it? Dum da da dum. You've got to work hard to get money. That was a big lie I grew up around. I grew up in a country where people work hard for money. They work hard for very little money. And this is a big point of view that is out in the world today, that you've got to work for it. Money doesn't come easily. It comes when you work hard. How many people, even who have money, say, "Oh, well, I worked really hard for it," you know? So it's that proving. You're constantly trying to prove you deserve it. Do you really deserve money? So think about it for a second. Do you deserve to breathe? Or do you just breathe? So do you deserve money? Or could you just breathe in money like you breathe in air? Again, I must work hard for money. I must prove I deserve it. I must do something to get it. I must prove I did something good enough to get it. All comes from the point of view that money is outside of you. Back to number one, that money is outside of you. That you are not money. That money is, again, something you must get. If you come back to I am money, I am energy. Money is energy. I am energy. I am money. I be money. You would never have to prove that you deserve money. And that's a massive reality that we grew up around, that you're constantly having to do something to get it. And then you have to justify if what you did validates the amount of money you get. Like, is the job you did worth the money you get? Which is all judgment. So you also makes you a slave to money. So you're constantly almost like selling yourself for me. Like you're like, oh, I did this job. Is it worth getting paid for? You're constantly in judgment of you and your talents and what you do in the world and what you get paid for. So money actually follows joy. And that's something we do not learn growing up in this world. The more joy you have, the more you invite money into your life. Because money, like I said, money is an energy. And if you have joy, money wants to come and play with you. If you enjoy money, money will show up. So look at the times in your life where you're relaxed, where you're doing what you love, where you are enjoying your life. Do you have more money or do you have less? Money tends to show up more when you're having fun, when you're relaxing. When you worry about money, when you stress about it, when you get all anxious about it, does that create more money in your life or less? It tends to create less. It tends to stop anxiety, stressing about money, worrying about money. That tends to stop money coming into your life. When I'm being me, when I'm being joyful, when I'm doing what I love, money just shows up very easily, as if by magic. People just start booking sessions with me. People just start signing up for my classes because I'm not actually coming from the point of view that I need to work hard to get money. I'm actually relaxing and enjoying my life and creating. And then money is a byproduct of what you enjoy and what is joyful for you. So one of the greatest lies we bought is that we must work hard and do something for money. Actually, what if everything is the opposite of what it appears to be? It's actually the opposite. When you do what you love and what is joy for you, money is the byproduct of that. So what if you could start to acknowledge what is it for you that brings you joy? And what if you added more of that to your life and then allowed money to show up as a byproduct of it? What if you could do what you love in the world and get paid for it? Now, to do what you love in the world and get paid for it, you have to let go of the point of view that you work hard for money. Because if you have the point of view you must work hard for money, then that's the reality you will create, and you won't allow yourself to be paid for the things that bring you joy. Again, this where it comes in that you're going to have to spend, you might have to spend some time on doing these points of views you bought around money. Maybe you need to get your bars run, which is an incredible process that starts on Access Bars, starts deleting the programs and the conditioning we have around money. That's another tool I've used over the years, getting my bars run, Access Bars, and starting to unravel these points of views by acknowledging where, like, I really had to sit down and acknowledge, wow, I really did buy the point of view that I got to work hard for money. That is the point of view that I have. And I look back at my life and I start to acknowledge, wow, I got a job when I was 14 because I did actually want my own money, but it was a job where I worked hard, to prove that I worked hard to get this money. And I looked at the rest of, the trajectory of my life, and I worked in a lot of jobs that were hard work to get money. So this was a point of view that I bought from family, from culture, and then I made it my point of view, and then I created my reality from that. Now I get more conscious. Now I become more aware. Now I have the tools of access consciousness. What do I do? Okay, I acknowledge it first. That's a point of view I have. That's a point of view I have been creating from. Right? What's it going to take to change this? And then that's when I started using the tools of access. I start destroying and creating my points of views. I start using the tools from the How to Become Money workbook. I commit to changing my reality with money, and I start asking for what's joyful for me, and I start asking to be paid for it. And bit by bit, choice by choice, I start to get paid more and more and more for the things I love in the world. So again, this is going to be a commitment to changing this, but it doesn't have to be hard. It can be an incredible journey in discovering what your financial reality really is and how easy it actually is to actualize money in the world and to actually embody money. See, money is for your body. It's not actually for you. I didn't really care about money. My being, me, Amy, I don't have a massive motivation for money. However, my body loves money. My body loves nice jewelry. My body loves beautiful foods. My body likes to wear gorgeous, comfortable, sexy shoes. My body likes to fly. My body's asking to fly first class now. My body likes beautiful cars. My body likes to stay in a gorgeous bed. All of this requires money. So money is actually for your body. It's not really for your being. And does money allow you to create more change in the world or less? And when I got that, money if I would like to create the change I'd like to see in the world, that's going to require me to have more money. So, would you be willing to commit to changing your financial reality no matter what it took, no matter how long it took? And what if it's way easier than you thought it was? And what if it could actually be fun? You spent your whole life proving that money is hard, money is difficult, you must work hard to get it, creating from everyone else's reality with money, mimicking their reality with money. You've done the hard work. What if now it's time to actually choose a different reality and actually start getting that money could be ease, and that creating money can be ease, and that the more you choose what's joyful for you, the more money that can show up. Okay, lie number 3. And this kind of falls in with the other two, which is you've got to know how money works to have money. This is one of the biggest lies. How many of you have bought the lie that you don't know how money works, so you've no idea how to make it, so you'll never have it? You don't have to know how money works to have it. You just have to be smart, right? Look around, okay? Look at people who are doing what they love in the world and then also making a lot of money, who are receiving a lot of money for it. Did they know how money worked, or did they actually find something that they loved and that people were asking for and bring it to the world? Like there was an example, we were on Joy of Business class, which is an access consciousness class, and someone mentioned it was the lady who created the dating app Bumble. And when she's now, like, I think she's like a multi-millionaire or a billionaire even, and she found something she created something that hadn't been in the world before. And she was like the first person to create a dating app apparently. And like at the start, like everyone just laughed at her, like a dating app, like what? But she created Bumble and sold Bumble or whatever, and is now multi-millionaire or billionaire. But she found something that was fun for her, that the world was also asking for, but didn't even know they were asking for. And if you look at things like Airbnb and Uber, like when those things first came out, people were like, what? Like, what's Uber? That's never going to work. That's never going to last. And look at it now. So it may not necessarily mean the person who created, like the person had an idea. Like they had an idea. They might not necessarily know anything about money or how money works, but they had a great idea and they saw that something that hasn't been in the world yet and then brought it to the world. Or they took something, they actually didn't even take something that's never been in the world. They took something that is in the world, say to take the energy of taxis. Taxis are in the world for a long time. They took the energy of taxis and they outcreated it. So taxis is something that's already been in the world. They looked at it and they said, well, how could we make that better, greater? And then someone created Uber from it. So it's like, you don't actually need to know about money to make it. You just need to be smart. Like, what do you see as possible in the world that nobody else sees? That may be actually something people are looking for. And this isn't, and also it's like, what do you know, like that could be something greater? Like, because there might be something you see in the world and you're like, oh, like maybe you're a massage therapist and say you see what people are doing, and then you're like, oh, you have an idea that you could do something that actually makes this greater. That's actually not you knowing about money. That's you being smart. You don't know about, like, that's not like, you don't need to know about money to outcreate someone's ideas. So what do you know that nobody else knows? And we all know stuff that nobody else knows. We all have things. So it's like, it's not the thing that you need to know. I don't know how money works. I'm not educated about money per se. I have started to educate myself more. However, I just do what I love, find what I love, do what I love, and then keep out creating it, keep making it greater, keep asking, what else can I add? So what if you didn't have to reinvent the wheel? What if you didn't have to come up with all these new inventions, but instead ask, what do you know about that could also allow you to be paid for? What are the different ways people could pay you money? And that goes back to money follows joy. So it's what's joyful for you will allow the money to show up. Doesn't necessarily mean you need to know the how of money. You don't need to know how money works. You just have to be smart about it. Ask a question. What is so easy for you that is not easy for other people, that you didn't even think you could get paid for? There are things, each and every one of you who are watching this video, I'm watching it in the future, there are things that are so easy for you that you take for granted, that are not easy for other people, that other people would pay you for, that this world would pay you to do it. So what if you were smart? What if you didn't have to work hard for money? What if you could look at what are all the things that are easy for me and make a list and then ask, okay, now what would it take to get paid for that? Would I like to get paid for that? Would I allow myself to get paid for that? And start offering it, like even down to I remember acknowledging at one stage, like cleaning houses. Cleaning was easy for me. I like cleaning. It's something I do naturally. And so back in the day when I first started Access and I had nothing in my bank account and I wanted to take all these classes, I was like, how can I create more money? And I looked at what was easy for me, and cleaning was one of them. So I started cleaning people's houses and getting paid for it. And it was easy for me. And it was a way that I also created money. And it wasn't just that. I added lots. Then I was like, oh, I like to dance. So I started creating dance workshops. That one was probably one of the most difficult things for me to get paid for, because that one was the most easiest and the most fun for me. And I had a point of view that I couldn't get paid. I couldn't make money doing what was fun for me. So that was when I had to really start undoing my points of views around. And now I've grown my movement workshops to be so much bigger and so much more lucrative in receiving money, and keep asking for more, right? Keep pushing my receiving levels beyond, because there's always more. How does it get any better than this? How does it get any greater than this? What else can I receive? What else can I create? How much more can I receive? So, what if money was not something outside of you? What if you are money? You be money like you be energy. What if you could breathe in money like you breathe in air? What if you didn't have to do something or work hard to get money? Breathe it in. Allow it in, and then breathe it out, flow it out. What do you know that nobody else knows? What can you choose today? How much joy can you add to your life today? And would you allow yourself to be paid for being joyful? What is so easy for you that you could get paid for if you would allow it? What if you did not have to figure out how money works? And what if instead you could ask a question? What can I add to my life today that will create more money right away? What would it take for unexpected revenue streams to show up in my life today? What if you didn't have to worry? What if you didn't have to stress? Is it time to embody money? Money is for your body. What if you embodied it? You be money. When you be money, you receive it. What if it didn't matter anymore? What was in your bank account? What you've coming in every day? What if you didn't have to stress about it? What if you started to trust you? You are the creator of your reality. You can create anything. You've created yourself to be here today. And what if you included your body in the creation of money? If money is for your body, how can your body show you all the ways you can receive money? Allow your body to show you all the ways that creating money is fun for you and your body. And this is my invitation. I am starting March Money Madness on Monday. It's going to be 12 days of embodying money. And I'm going to be delving into all these areas. We're going to be using all the Access Consciousness money tools from the How to Become Money workbook, from Right Riches for You, and from the Advanced How to Become Money workbook. I'm going to be pulling out different tools every day. And we're going to play and really go on a journey of undoing the lies, destroying and uncreating the lies we bought around money, and coming back to embodying money. Whew, and you're invited. The link is above. Will be a video every day for 12 days in a Facebook group. And the information, if you click on the link, is all there. And I'd love you to join me. And if you do, great. And if you don't, listen back to this live. And also get the How to Become Money workbook. Start committing to changing your financial reality. And yeah. Thank you. I can't. Okay, guys. Thanks, Jennifer. Thanks, Amin. Thanks, Elena. Thanks, Melissa, Danira, everyone who's here, anyone else I missed. Thanks for watching. Have an amazing day. And what if for today you actually didn't have to stress about money? Bye for now.